Right, change of plan, folks. We didn't come back in January. Instead, we went all the way through until February and the Europa League knockout rounds. Spoiler. Because for the first time this season, I've actually enjoyed being the Everton manager. Hello and welcome back to my FM24 save with Everton, episode 14. My name is Craig, and coming up on today's episode we have, bear with me here, the Europa League knockout playoff round first and second leg against KRC Genk of Belgium. Now, since you were last with me, we have played a lot of games. I think over a dozen games, where after the last episode, the first 5 games were horror shows to sit through. And then this victory against Liverpool happens. 3-0 at Anfield. Don't ask me how that happens, because we were under pressure for a lot of the game, but we took our chances. Or more to the point, Correa and Simeone took their chances, which then springboarded us into such a run of good form, including against the likes of Manchester United. We drew 2-2 with them, got ourselves into the FA Cup 5th round against Brighton, and it's also resulted in an impressive win last time out against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. And this run of good form, which has been all with the 4-2-4, by the way. We tried something different against Brighton and Southampton. It didn't work, so I just went back to what worked against Man City, and it seemed to work a little bit better. That's an understatement, to be honest with you, because in the Premier League, that has not only got us out of the bottom 3, it has catapulted us into the top half. 10th place after 26 games, 34 points. Relatively safe, but obviously a couple more wins will guarantee that anyway. But it has eased the burden on me as a manager. Now the board and the fans are a little happier. B- from the board, a C+ from the supporters. I mean, I wasn't under threat as far as the club vision went, but it still felt like I was this close to almost being in a relegation fight with Everton, which is what I was hoping to avoid. It looks like we've avoided that now. Yeah, and you know what? I think we've avoided it for the most part. So why not have ourselves an actual European episode, which was the entire point of this series. But things kind of got away from us in the first half. Let's hope we've put that behind us, especially now. We finished... Where did we finish in the league phase? We finished in 11th place, 2 points behind... outside of the top 8, which is a bit of a shame, but understandable considering we lost to Apoel Nicosia. Apologies if I've completely butchered that. We did lose 3 Europa League games in a row, which obviously did not help our cause. Unfortunately though, going into today's game, we do have a few injury concerns, which I will go through first before the main team. So Giovanni Simeone, he's out for up to 2 weeks. Apologies, that's just behind my head. He is out for a pulled calf muscle, which he got in the last game against Chelsea. Pickford is out for up to another 2 weeks. He picked up a broken hand against Middlesbrough back in January. And Umar Soleil, he's out with a cold, so he'll be back for the next match, which is absolutely fine. But this is going to be the 11 that we're going to be sending out for the first leg against Genk. Bijlo is in goal, and he's been in goal for a few games now. He's done okay. He's not a spectacular keeper, but he's not a poor goalkeeper either. I think he's more of an adequate replacement or backup for Pickford when needed. So very, very happy with him. As a goalkeeper, yeah, he's fine. I think he's better at the sweeper keeper role than Pickford, to be fair. So if I was going to stay longer than 2 seasons, which ends at the end of this season, of course, I would probably replace Pickford. But that would be a tough sell for the rest of the squad. Udogie, Branthwaite, Kalulu and Patterson are the back 4. Branthwaite, of course, is in for the ill Soleil. Dewsbury, Hall and Garner in midfield. In fact, do I want Onana in there? I'd probably rather Onana in there to start, to be fair. Lee and Correa. Oh, yes. I forgot. January transfers have happened, haven't they? So we bought in 2 players. Lee and Correa on the wings with Xerxes and Brozier up front. So we bought in 2 players only in January. Both of them are loan signings. The first one is Kangin Lee, a 23-year-old South Korean international who is on loan from Paris Saint-Germain. And he's got 3 goal contributions in 4 appearances. 4 goal contributions in 8 appearances overall in all competitions. I think that's all you need to know. He is a dynamite winger. Very, very good. He's pretty pacey, even though his pace isn't the greatest. I don't even think it's the greatest in this team, but he certainly offers a lot more mentally and technically as well. So it's certainly been a revelation throughout this entire run that we've had over the last month and a half. So, by the way, for the records, that win against Liverpool actually came before the arrivals of Lee and Brozier. So these two weren't so much the catalyst, but they've merely helped us continue that good form that we were on, or rather getting into. Brozier, of course, is the other loanee signing, 23-year-old Albanian international. He is on loan from Chelsea. It's a very expensive loan, granted, £3.4 million, but he gives us another option up front. He's also got 3 goals and an assist in 9 appearances. He's obviously sharing the workload with Xerxes and Vardy and Simeone, but obviously he'll get a few more games now, of course, with Simeone out, especially for this Europa League knockout ties. So we'll be seeing what he brings. Well, I'll be showing you what he brings to the squad. I'll give you a clue. A lot of pace. A lot of pace up front. He will be the advanced forward, while Xerxes will remain as the deep line forward. This 4-2-4, yes, defensively we can be exploited with it, which is why I did check before I hit the record button to see if I'd actually put the out of possession on the tactics screen as a low block, which I absolutely did. For the record, I'm playing this save for like the first time in 3 days, so I'm having to remind myself what I actually did to get us in this good form. But it has certainly been a revelation. It's been much, much better being the Everton manager when you're not worrying about being in the bottom 3 of the Premier League. Also, you'll probably have noticed, in fact you will have noticed, I am using another skin for this game at the moment, because I just kind of got bored of the vanilla version of the game. I know it's something I have been using, I used before. And hang on, what happened there? We got ahead of Paintsil and then he just somehow sprang into life. Okay. This is an interesting goal that we've just conceded. Who was this? Was this Patterson? Oh, it's just a touch, that's why. Yeah, Patterson just got beaten on the touch, that's why. Not a great start to the game. Yes, 4-2-4 does expose us defensively, but it's also given us a new lease of life going forward, because we were one of the league's worst scorers, which obviously didn't help our cause in getting out of the bottom 3. So that's why I had to change it up to 2 up top. And really the only way I could do that, while keeping, with Xerxes of missing a chance there, with keeping our wingers on the field as well, was to go to a 4-2-4. Attacking midfielder wise, I could play Lamar as an attacking midfielder, but then it's not his best position, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of having him in the first place. I thought that was actually a Genk player there with the ball, but thankfully we managed to get the ball up the other end. I don't know why Kangin Lee was having a shot from there when he could just take the ball forward. I've noticed these kits are all not too far from being the same colour as each other. That must be an absolute nightmare for the referee. It was a nightmare for me there, because I actually thought that one of their players actually had the ball in our area while we were not marking them. I don't understand why we've suddenly decided to start playing like this. Yeah, but as soon as I saw him cutting in, I knew that was going to result in a shot. But again, it just feels like any shots, it's the same even in our recent form, it feels like any shots that a team has results in a goal. And I can't really understand it. We are just going to go attacking, because I'd like us to get at least 1 goal back. I know away goals don't actually matter as much because of the UEFA ruling, but still, we are heavily, yeah, the midfield is just heavily outnumbered. I'm not changing anything in midfield. It just seemed a bit silly for me after the form we've been on. Can we please just pass the ball? Oh, for goodness sake, just pass, just release the ball out wide. That's what we've been doing. So why have we started doing this? Oh my god, yeah, 3-0. I'm not changing anything. I've had enough of changing things. If we get knocked out of Europe, I'm totally fine with that. League-wise, we're good. The league, we're just kind of trying to coast to the end of the season at this point. In Europe, I felt Europe has been a major distraction for Everton this season. And the only real reason I'm making this episode is because I did say that this season we'll have ourselves a European run. We've had a European run. We've got, oh my god, we've actually got into the knockout rounds, okay? We got into the knockout rounds. If Everton did that in real life, they would see that as an absolute win. So I don't see why I can't see it as a win either. Dewsbury Hall playing it over to Patterson on the right hand side. Can you just play the ball in, lads? Goodness me, you've been doing it before. This is why I should never turn off the computer when I'm on a good run. Oh, Xerxes hit the frame of the goal. Good grief. Right, half time. Awful. Show a bit of desire, lads. Yeah, come on. If it ends up being like 6-0 by the end of this, if we like get tanked 4, 5, 6-0, I probably won't show the second leg. I'll just go to the game against Southampton. Dewsbury Hall is going to come off for Decore. And Onana's had an absolute shocker, so... I'm sorry, when was that on automatic? No, he's been on support. Okay. That must have just happened. That must have happened when I pressed like a wrong button or something. Lee is going to be on support. Yeah, he'll be on support. Let's just help out the midfield a little bit, I guess. We have been overrun. No. How about an inverted wing back on attack? Screw it. I've not used inverted wing backs in this entire save in FM24 so far. So let's just see. Let's just see what we can actually do. What we have done is just given the ball away early doors. I don't actually know how good Genk are. I'm assuming they're still one of the better teams in Belgium, albeit it's Belgium. No offence, but yeah. We have played a Belgian team this season. It was Antwerp in a previous episode. Was it previous? Yeah, it was the first Europa League game. So we saw that game. And we beat them 3-2. Patterson with the ball in the box. Play it in. Thank you. Canning Lee showing exactly why I brought him in. And showing exactly why his stats have been pretty decent so far as goal contributions go. He's just tried to drag us back, kicking and screaming into this match. Yeah, that's a lot better. And Patterson with a brilliant cross. And 3-1. If we can sneak at least one more goal, I'll be happy. Just take it back to our place. Maybe with a 1-goal deficit, it wouldn't seem too bad. At least then it would give me a reason to show the second leg. Because I'll tell you what, I've just seen the stats for Patterson. His match rating is a 7.3 as an inverted wingback. Is there something to inverted wingbacks in this game? Oh, hello, Decore scored. Well, hey, we got ourselves our second goal. That's amazing. Is there something to an inverted wingback then? I've not tried it at all. Maybe I should give it more of a chance. Well, fair play. I mean, that would make sense. It would work in a 4-2-4 because obviously there's not enough midfielders. So yeah, Patterson would just slot into that central midfield role, which is exactly what we need. He's on a 7.5 now. Decore and Ghana are playing much, much better. They're closing in on 7.5, 8 ratings. Let's see, we got a few more substitutions. So there's a lot of tired legs actually. Kangin Lee is shattered, as is Correa. So Asprilla, who's become a bit of a forgotten man in this entire run, he's going to go on the right. McNeil can go on the left. And who else? You've got Udoji, who can come off for Sessegnon. We're going to need Patterson. I'll give Patterson a rest against Southampton. He can play in the home leg, hopefully, against Genk. We are certainly going to need him. We'll probably play him as this inverted wingback then. I've just realised as well, we are still on attacking. Let's have a look. There is Patterson. Obviously, yeah, he's just coming inside at the moment. Oh my gosh. I thought we'd just done enough to get the ball there, but nope, it is indeed 4-2. Yes, we are still attacking. We might as well be. We're 4-2 down, so I don't want to see that again. So we might as well just go for it. Entertaining game, if nothing else. just to offer a bit more encouragement. Bigelow's had an absolute shock. He's on 5.9, but it's not like I can bring on another goalkeeper. Pickford's injured. What do you want me to do? But we've got it all to do at Goodison Park then, haven't we? Bigelow had an absolute stinker. Yeah, that was not good enough, and Bigelow needs to improve quickly. Otherwise, we're going to find ourselves out of Europe in the next few minutes. Let's see what we can do. Well, a 3-2 victory against Southampton has followed, and it pretty much just sums up everything that I've said about Everton in the last match. We're good going forward. At the back, we are totally rubbish. Then again, I would still rather this than just being overall rubbish before January, so it's a trade-off that I've been willing to make, and that result has left us still in 10th place, 37 points, 11 games left of the season. I will be bringing it back, by the way, an episode for at least the final 2 games in the season, but obviously this next match will determine if we come back before then, as well as a potential FA Cup run, but we'll come to that when we come to that bridge. So this is the 11 that we are going to be sending out. It is still Bigelow in goal, despite his awful performance. Wow, 5.9. I mean, he was better off against Southampton. Not by much, but I mean, it's not like we have much of a choice. Udogie, Soleil, Kalulu and Patterson are the back 4. Soleil came back against Southampton, and Patterson is playing as that inverted wing-back position on attack, so he's going to cut inside and help out the central midfield when he can. Dewsbury, Hall and Garner are the midfield 2. Kang-in Lee on the left wing. Lamar is on the right wing for this time. He'll be playing as an inverted winger instead of inside forward. He replaces Correa, who's on the bench anyway, so that's fine. And Xerxes and Boja are up front. Injury-wise, Doucouré is now injured for another 4 days. Dobbin, he wasn't going to start anyway. And Simeone is still out for up to another 9 days, as is Jordan Pickford. They're both still injured anyway. Also, Gaius Makuta. Remember that guy? He's handed in a transfer request as well, because I've not been giving him enough game time. I mean, there is good reason for that, to be fair, because he's just not been good enough. Hence why he's not been starting in the vast majority of my matches. I've preferred playing Onana and Garner in the ball-winning midfield role. As who is that? Oh my God! So they just that is them. They are in black and grey, I think. Genkar. I thought that was us, but no, we're playing at home, so we're in blue and white. Patterson with the ball. Lamar flicks it on to Xerxes, who couldn't quite get to it, even though he is over 6 feet tall. Soleil plays into Patterson. There's Patterson in that central midfield role now as an inverted wingback. Udogie. Oh, he hits the post as well. Oh, gosh, and now they're counter-attacking us. That's not good. And Bigelow just scoops it up. This is what I mean. The 4-2-4 is very kamikaze. So unlucky for Udogie. That would have made things very, very interesting at an aggregate score of 4-3. Remember, from the first leg, we are 4-2 down, but we kind of need a goal to make it interesting. A goal for us, by the way, not this lot. What did I just say? I said a goal for us. Oh, boy. I think this is where our European adventure will probably come to an end. I'm going to be honest, I'm not exactly sad. Okay, actually, I am sad about it, but at the same time, not crazily upset. I didn't think we were going to be strong enough to win, especially the way the first half of the season went. We weren't going to be strong enough to win the whole tournament anyway, because we've only just got ourselves out of trouble in the Premier League. Good grief, it's been a struggle to get anywhere near 40 points, let alone a European run. Kang-in Lee, very deep. In fact, he was on inverted winger on attack. He needs to go on support. Lee. Xerxes. Hey, Xerxes scored! He's actually been scoring recently for me, but finally he scores in an episode. Is that the first episode he's scored in since joining us? I honestly can't remember. Someone's going to have to let me know, because my memory is short at the moment. It was a deflected shot. I do not care. I do not care. Even if we just win this game, I'll be happy. It will at least show us getting a victory. At least one more victory in Europe. I mean, it would have been nice had we finished top 8, but I had to be realistic. Those 3 losses back to back to back in the league phase obviously just completely screwed us over. We go in half-time 1-1. Not a disgrace at the moment. We are slightly ahead on XG. You don't look like a team that wants to win. Yeah, come on. We're still technically behind. Even though we're drawing on the night, we are still behind on aggregate. So, you know what? Let's just absolutely go for it. We are on attacking. And we have an inverted wing back. And we've got a inverted winger, or at least another one, on support. So, hopefully that'll help us out in the midfield department a little bit. I might have left it too late, but oh well. Oh, what a finish by Lamar. Oh, hello. We've just made it interesting. 51 minutes gone. It is 2-1 on the night. 5-4 in aggregate to Genk. But what a finish by Thomas Lamar. We signed him for these European nights. He has certainly delivered a few moments of quality just like that. I argue he probably should have delivered more. But, you know, let's see what happens in the last 35 minutes. Or more if there's extra time. Who knows? Defensively, oh god. We don't have the defenders to do anything defensively. It's just an absolute shambles back there. All we can do is just say charge and hope that works going forwards. It's literally a sort of last Hail Mary when it comes to going forwards. Well done there by Garner. Just put his man off. Into Kang-in Lee. Xerxes, find a man in the middle. You should be in the middle. It don't matter. Brocha! Oh, you should have gotten that on target at the very least. Come on, boys. Have we got another goal in us? We've still got 5 substitutions to make. And I'm just looking at this. I need to see how tired the opposition are at the moment. Because I'd love to be able to take advantage of that. But at the same time, I don't want to weaken us. Lamar. I have to remember, he is playing on the right-hand side. Udoji. Beautiful ball cross. Oh, lovely one touch. There is Dewsbury Hall. And there is Boja. It is 3-1. 5-5 on aggregate. The comeback has almost been completed. We've drawn it level. Oh my goodness. This is one of those European nights that could go down in lore at Goodison Park. It's Goodison Park's last season as well. Obviously, we won't see the new stadium, the Bramley Moor Docks, next season. But oh, we'd love to send Goodison Park off with at least one final classic. And we've certainly got that here right now. Because that's what this game is shaping up to be in Kang-in Lee. Just putting the work in defensively. I've said it before, I'll say it again, he has been a revelation. So trying to launch the ball forward. There's what? Oh my god! Oh, I said we needed more from him, and we just got more from Lamar. What a ball by Soleil, by the way. It looked like a nothing ball, but their defender just could not deal with it. And then on the first time half volley, right, bring down to positive for starters. What have I just seen there? My goodness, my mind is still blown. Garner with the throw-in. It's not quite a long throw. It's Soleil. Udoji. Dewsbury Hall. Oh, it's just pinging about in the area before the goalkeeper just about gets hold of it. Oh my goodness. I've just realised it's 6-5 on aggregate. Lamar. Boja not quite quick enough to get there. I would say Vardy I could send on for that, but he's, bless him, he's not fast enough anyway. Oh my goodness, right. Boja has got the ball in the middle there. Over to Kang-in Lee. The revelation. Lamar has just outshone him today, but that's no... I can't even get my words out. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, it's 5-1 on the night. 7-5 on aggregate. Lamar's been outshining Kang-in Lee. That's what I wanted to say. But who got this goal in the end? It's Lamar with a hat-trick. No wonder I can't get my words out. The man is just producing banger after banger. Oh my goodness. Right, we have got a lot of time. Oh my god. Right, we've got a lot of tired legs. Onana, get on there. Patterson for Castagna. And Kang-in Lee for McNeil. We're going to have to leave the 2 strikers on for the moment. We've got 10 minutes. About 10 minutes plus injury time. to see out this game. And we have a throw, McNeil. It's just about cleared, but only as far as Dewsbury Hall. Castagna. Nope, couldn't even get to that because the ball was just too short and we've just been caught napping at the back. Oh my god, it's off the frame of the goal. Oh, Bijlo. Don't say you had that covered because you didn't. Let's have a go with the final 2 substitutions. We've got a few that we can make. Sessegnon for Udoji. And you know what? Lamar is going to go off for a standing ovation. Very deserved standing ovation, by the way. And can I please get the instructions? There we go. There we go. Slightly shorter. Start wasting the time and just regroup. Just regroup. No need to do anything stupid if you can help it. Out of possession. All the game management stuff. Oh, you know all the favourites I like to do. Dewsbury Hall with a free kick in the 91st minute. Just wear the time down. That's it. Just wear the time down. Oh, it's off the frame of the goal. And Xerxes grabs the goal anyway. 6-1 on the night. 8-5 on aggregate. That rubber stamps our passage into the next round of the Europa League. Which, yeah, safe to say I will be bringing it back for that. Oh my goodness. We've just supplied Goodison Park with at least one more fantastic classic. Genk, I don't think, can know what's hit them exactly. Ref, can you just, like, please just blow the whistle? There's no need to keep it going, ref. We're over time. We're over time. Both my watches say that we're over time. For goodness sake. Asprilla. Lads, you can save some goals for the next leg. Save some goals for the next leg. Boja's in here. Oh, it was totally not needed, but I don't care. Everton 7, Genk 1. It's 9-5 on aggregate. I can't believe I have had to update that again in this match. Boja with an assist. It's been bundled across. It was off the post. It may as well just come off the keeper's head for comedy effects because that was just brilliant. Oh my words. Right, ref, can we get the final whistle? Thank you very much. It's their turn, Genk's turn, to have a player on a 5.9. And our players, Thomas Lemar only got a 9.2. What does the man have to do to get a 10.0? No matter, he got the standing ovation. Everyone gets a standing ovation going off. Whew, and we are in to the next round of the Europa League. We're into, what's it going to be now? The last 16? Hang on, we can see this on the schedule. Yeah, the round of 16, which we will be back for in the next episode. And that will be coming up very, very shortly. If you have enjoyed today's episode, and how could you not enjoy that second leg comeback, make sure that you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button so you don't miss, extraordinarily, our European adventure continuing. I don't think I was prepared to say that after the first leg, but whatever, here we are. Thank you all so much for watching, thank you all for your support on the series so far, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode.